Hello, my name is HQ of HQ Reacts. Welcome to my channel. Please do me a favor. Hit the like button, share the stream, and click the notification button for new content.
Well, hello, everybody. This is HQ back at it again, live and on camera, right? On camera. There was no reason why I wasn't on camera. I just didn't want to be on camera. You know, sometimes you just don't want to be on camera and you have other things you want to do, right? So, today, we're talking about Marjorie Taylor Greene, right? Marjorie Taylor Greene, that young lady, Marjorie Taylor Greene, because when she hit the House of Representatives, right? I wanted to pull up a picture of her, but I guess you all know what she looks like, so we really don't need to pull a picture up. But I put a picture up for you. We really didn't know what to expect from this lady, Marjorie Taylor Greene. We really didn't know what to expect from Marjorie Taylor, right? All that attitude, all that vitriol, all of that she brought with her. Let me put it like that. All that she brought with her, right? I mean, from her first day. She arrived with that kind of crazy political baggage that a lot of Washington people considered explosive, confrontational. She was elected as a supporter of Donald Trump, right? In her first term, she was Trump's guy from the beginning, from day one, on the floor. She signaled that she was going to be a staunch reporter of this president, and she was going to attack anybody that did not support this president. She said the 2020 election was stolen. See, and this is what I don't understand. She knows, she's smart enough to know that the 2020 election was not stolen, right? But she wasn't smart enough to understand that this president was not America first like she wanted him to be America first. So she came in like a bull in a china shop. She alienated a lot of people. She lost her committee assignments. She started showing her racist ideas, her conspiracy theories, her ideology, all that weird shit. She showed that early. And so people got used to her saying controversial things. Very polarizing person. But something happened because she was supportive of that president. His re-election campaign, she was supportive of that president. All throughout his running for office, running second time, getting elected, she was completely and utterly behind him. But something happened. We don't know what. But I believe she got a peek of the monster behind the curtain. Something showed her the monster behind the curtain. Because the way she turned around, the swift way that she turned, against this president, I didn't understand it. Something happened. I know that she wanted to run for office. But that wasn't it. Because before she wanted to run for office, she was standing polar opposites of the president. She really didn't like the big, beautiful bill. She really didn't like that. And I think she started to listen to Nick Fuentes because he's been harping on that America first, America first, America first. And I think she somewhere in her mind made that decision. We're going to start going for America first, and we're not going to go for anything else besides that. And I think that's when the split happened. When she decided it was going to be America first. And she decided she wasn't just going to keep going along with what this president wanted her to do. Somewhere between his election and May, because May was when she started to become critical of the president. She started to say, I don't think I want this big, beautiful bill because the medical stuff is not in there, X, Y, and Z. Then she had always been an outstanding advocate for Epstein files. The drumbeat got louder, louder, louder. She was just like she was on the radar. She was under the radar. She was still critical, but she was under the radar. The Epstein files. That drumbeat got louder and louder. For her, she said, I got to make a decision. He is not America first. This president is not America first. He's not America first. I have to make a decision. Am I going to be America first or am I going to be MAGA first? MAGA is not America first. This is her calculated decision. MAGA is not America first. So we have to make that decision. She split. Quietly and inside of her head, she said, I'm on the other side of the president because of this Epstein stuff. And because MAGA is not America first, I have to make a decision. So we really didn't see that, but we didn't see a break. We didn't see a fight. We didn't see any of that. But we felt it when she came out and she started talking on TV. And the first hint that to me that something was absolutely wrong with Marjorie Taylor Greene was at the beginning of November, when I said to myself, that girl is running for another office. She's trying to do something. And it was solidified by this video. This video I knew because Marjorie Taylor Greene was being like a lion in a cage. She was antsy. She was on TV saying, I want my medical for my people. I want to stand for the women in the Epstein. I want to be right there for those women for the Epstein files. I want to be right here for medical and X, Y, and Z. We just couldn't put our finger on it. But this video for me, this video right here is what solidified it for me. This is when I knew she wanted those people. She wanted those people. This video right here.
Here's some tea for you. MTG, people are like, oh my God, she's saying all of these things. Like, what's gotten into her lately? Oh, like she's bucking against Trump. She's bucking against the administration.
The issues of the subsidies are real. It's not something that anybody can say is made up. If you double their health insurance or even triple it, these people they're either going to have to drop it or they're going to be choosing between rent and their health insurance. As a conservative and as a business owner in the construction industry and as a realist, I can say we have to do something about labor, and that needs to be a smarter plan than just rounding up every single person and deporting them just like that. All I've seen is a revolving door of foreign leaders in the White House. Have regular people's bank accounts been
Sorry, y'all.
affected? Has the stress come off? No, that has not happened yet. And that needs to be the major focus.
Marjorie Taylor Greene wanted to run for Senate in Georgia. She wanted to run for Senate earlier this year in the state of Georgia. She wanted to be the Republican nominee for Senate. So she was gearing up for that statewide race.
Right.
And Trump told her no.
Mm-hmm.
Trump said no. And the White House and Trump land shut down Marjorie Taylor Greene's personal ambitions to run for Senate.
Right.
And she has been on a revenge tour ever since. And so all of this stuff that you're like, oh my God, like it is all personally motivated. All of this stuff is personally motivated. There is no signs of revelation that I see up close. This is not a person that is backing up anything of what they're saying with any sort of action, which gives the whole game away.
Right.
This is a person that is trying to twist the knife on people who frustrated her personal ambition. And until that is the story. And until any one of these little public statements or media statements is actually backed up by a genuine change in policy position, I'm just not going to, and not just a change in policy position, but a commitment to that change. I'm just not going to buy it. I welcome it. I think it's never too late to change.
Right.
But
nope. I don't buy it. Never bought it. Personally, I think she saw behind the curtain. Personally, I think she saw the real Donald Trump somewhere along the way when she introduced herself or wanted to introduce herself into the senator race. And Donald Trump said to her, hell no, don't try that. Don't do that. He said it in a way that her feelings got completely and utterly devastated. Somehow she took it so extremely personal that then she went on an attack of the president. She saw behind the mask. She saw he was not the nice guy that he presents to the, he wasn't a decent guy. She saw he was a piece of shit. She saw the piece of shit for whatever he was. She saw the piece of shit for what he was. Donald Trump is a piece of shit, and she saw that. So she kept going at him, going at him. This piece of video was November 5th. Somehow Marjorie Taylor Greene caught a whiff of what the fuck she was dealing with. See, all this time, Donald Trump needed all of these people. He needed the goofy MAGAs. He needed her to be his champion right in the front. He needed all of these people to be his soldiers until he got that big, beautiful bill passed. Because he didn't give a shit. And he don't give a shit about anybody else, any of us. He don't give a shit about any of us. Let's just take us out the equation. He don't give a shit about none of that. Marjorie Taylor Greene saw that he didn't give a shit about America first either. I don't know what she saw behind that curtain, but what she saw behind that curtain convinced her that he was a piece of shit and she had no reason to even deal with him at all. So she goes on TV and she quits her job. She quits. Make sure she's quitting, she's resigning after she gets that lifetime pension that members of Congress are supposed to get. She makes sure she quit after that. She makes sure she quits after that. But from here on out, she's been opposed to the president. She made plenty of money while she's been in Congress. She came into the Congress with $700,000. She left out of the Congress with 25 million, 30 million, as far as I understand. 5 years worth of work, 25 million, I'd fucking do it too. Okay? I'd fucking do it too. But it is what it is. We don't care. We don't care, Grandy's Garden. We don't care. It's your party that's corrupt. We don't care. So she gets wind of the fact that he's a piece of shit, something that we all know that he is a piece of shit, right? So she quits her job, and so she puts her video out on November 21st saying she quit. The president attacks her. Here's his first post. His attack after she quits, right? On the day she quits. What is it? Day after she quits. Marjorie Taylor Brown, because of plummeting poll numbers and not wanting to face a primary challenger with a strong Trump endorsement where she would have no chance of winning, has decided to call it quits. Her relationship with the worst Republican congressman in decades, Tom Massey of Kentucky, also known as Rand Paul Jr., because he votes against the Republican Party and really good legislation, did not help her. For some reason, primarily that I refused to return her never-ending barrage of phone calls, Marjorie Taylor went bad. Nevertheless, I will always appreciate Marjorie and thank her for her service for the country. President DJT. So, he's still trying to keep some of his base, but he don't give a shit about you, MAGA. He don't give a shit about y'all. He gives a shit about his ratings. He gives a shit about making money. He gives a shit about scamming the American public from their money, because that's the kind of piece of shit he is, right? So he sort of goes off on Marjorie Taylor Greene, but he doesn't. So she keeps not attacking him, but she keeps saying, I'm going to stand with America first. I'm going to stand with the American women who said they were attacked by Epstein. We need to release the Epstein files. So we are with her with that. Let's be clear. Marjorie Taylor Greene is also a piece of shit. She ain't as bad as the president, but she's damn near close, right? She's damn close. But she ain't like him. Close, but not like him. So she continues to ask about the Epstein files. He calls her a traitor. She says, oh, hell no. I'm not going to deal with this at all. I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to do my America first. Every interview that she has had, she said, I'm going to be America first. I'm going to be America first. I'm not going to deal with what the president has done. She saw behind the curtain. She saw the monster behind the curtain. She saw the monster already knew that I already knew was behind the curtain. I already knew he was a piece of shit. Most people know that Donald Trump was a piece of shit. We knew he was a piece of shit last term. We knew he was a piece of shit when he ran again. We knew when he got impeached. We knew all of that. It was just goofies that didn't understand that he was a piece of shit before, that actually voted for that piece of shit over somebody not like Nikki Haley, right? But it is what it is. You know you're a president's piece of shit. So that brings us to this week, where Marjorie Taylor has her interview. She has the interview with Stahl on 60 Minutes. She has the interview on Stahl. And I said,
you decided to give in.
After President Trump called me a traitor, I got a pipe bomb threat on my house, and then I got several direct death threats on my son.
On your son?
On my son.
You say the president put your life in danger. You blame him. You say he fueled a hotbed of threats against me.
Right.
And that you blame him for the threats against your son.
The subject line for the direct death threats on my son was his words, Marjorie Trader Green. Those
So
are death threats
you
directly
blame-
fueled by President Trump. I told him, I told JD Vance, I told them all, sent those directly to.
And you notice she said she sent those threats to them. She sent those threats directly to the president and JD Vance. JD Vance, like his slimy ass said, JD Vance, like the slimy piece of shit that he is, said, we'll look into those. What did the president?
Response?
JD Vance replied back to me, we'll look into it. I got response back from President Trump that I will keep private, but it wasn't very nice.
Give us a hint of what the president said.
It was extremely unkind.
Her life is in danger? Who's that?
Extremely unkind. What does extremely unkind mean? Extremely unkind mean to me, it means that the president got personal when he spoke to me. I spoke to the president and he got extremely personal towards me. That's what that means. So I'm going to take it to mean that the president got extremely personal to Marjorie Taylor Greene when he told her to go fuck off. Because that's probably what he told her. Because he's a piece of shit. We know he's a piece of shit. He knows he's a piece of shit. He knows he's a piece of shit.
Marjorie Trader Greene. I don't think her life is in danger. Frankly, I don't think anybody cares about her.
I don't think anybody cares about her. I don't think anybody cares about her. The person that was your most ardent supporter, the person that defended all the bullshit that you did, the person that defended the shitty shit you did, the most shitty thing that you did, the one person that stood behind you X, Y, and Z, regardless of the media, regardless of some of your the criticism in your party, regardless of the shit that you should be impeached for, the one person that stood behind you doing everything, and you say nobody cares about her.
4 more years.
This new intense vitriol between them is jarring, considering she's been one of the president's most passionate and loyal foot soldiers, often in a red MAGA hat. She voted with him 98% of the time.
We're going to re-elect our favorite president, the greatest president in United States history, Donald J. Trump. Right, Georgia?
One of the president's biggest beefs with Greene was about her harping on Jeffrey Epstein.
Yes, that was the catalyst. He wanted her to stand behind him after standing behind him on everything. Why do you think this is the one? Why do you think this was one of the one things that she decided that she could not stand behind him on? I wonder what happened to her that made her say, I'm not going to stand behind you on this. Something happened between the time that he got elected in November till May. Something she saw that said, because she was enthusiastic. As you can see right here, she's enthusiastic as hell. As you can see right there, she's enthusiastic as hell to get him elected this year. Last year. She's enthusiastic as hell. Something happened between then and May of this year that made her say, oh, hell no, I can't support this motherfucking piece of shit jack off. I can't support this piece of shit human being. Something happened. We don't know what it was.
We
don't know what it was. right? I don't know what it was because, I try not to I try not to deal with him all the time, deal with his bullshit all the time, right?
We'll talk to the rest of the world.
She said in her resignation video
Right.
that the president is gone establishment, forsaking the base and her.
Gone establishment. Gone establishment. He ain't gone establishment. He is the establishment. He is the swamp. People keep saying, oh, he's going to drain the swamp. No, he is the swamp. He has always been the swamp. He has always been the swamp. It's just dumb people who don't pay attention to politics that much that didn't know. All of those contracts and that money that America's getting ripped off from with, you know how Elon Musk is a businessman who gets contracts, who gets money and all that from the government? Donald Trump was one of those men too. Because he was already in the swamp. He was already there. He just convinced low information voters. He just convinced low information voters that he was one of them. A rich man convinced the low-level information voting people that he was one of them, and they went behind him just like he was king. But Marjorie Taylor Greene was so close to him that she saw what was behind the mask. That she saw what was behind the mask. We don't know what. We don't know what she saw. Maybe she figured out he was in the Epstein file. Maybe she figured out he's all over the Epstein files. Maybe she figured out he is the piece of shit that we think he is. We don't know. Because something happened between his election day and May. Something happened to change her mind in May. No, Minnesota didn't happen in May. Goofy Mike. Goofy Mike. Minnesota didn't happen in May. Goofy Mike. So something happened between when he got elected and May. And it's something personal to her.
If I am cast aside by the president and the MAGA political machine and replaced by neocons, big pharma, big tech, military-industrial war complex, foreign leaders, and the elite donor class.
Are you saying that?
No, what she's saying is Donald Trump is not America first. Donald Trump was never America first. I don't know why people thought he was America first. That was the message that he played out to people. And I think Marjorie Taylor Greene figured out he was lying when he said it. I think she figured out that he was lying when he said America first. I think that's what happened. But it had to be something else besides that, because he attacked her personally. He has been attacking her personally. I'm pretty sure she didn't go into his office and say, you piece of shit, Donald Trump, please back me in my Senate bid. Please back me in my Senate bid or else. I don't think he did that. I don't think she did that. I don't think that's what happened. I think she saw something in him. And once she saw something in him, she was like, nope, I can't do it.
The president now is siding with those establishment powerful people and against MAGA?
He passed a crypto bill that helped out all the crypto donors. He has served Israel's interest, even attacking Iran. He has served Big Pharma. He didn't take away the COVID vaccines that we want to see taken away. So those are the areas that are still getting everything they want, while the people, we're still out here saying we want to see action on areas for the American people, not for the major industries and the big donors.
Green has built her reputation on feisty combat and inflammatory.
Yeah, she has. Green has. She's been controversial all throughout her stay. And I wrote this shit down. I wrote some of it down, right? Some of the shit she did. She promoted conspiracy theories. She suggested that Muslim people were not Americans. Elon Omar and Rashid Tlaib. She cast doubt on the 9/11 attacks. She said something about Ruth Bader Ginsburg, some goofy shit. She accused George Soros of collaborating with Nazis, Black Americans as slaves to the Democratic Party. All kinds of shit. Mass mandates, she went against that. Joe Biden compared him to Hitler. All kinds of weird shit. LGBT, all the name calling, all the culture wars, all the goofy shit that you MAGAs always come to the table with. Never coming to the table with policy. She's all about coming to the table with culture wars, never about policy. But now, she's talking about Donald Trump is not America first. Now she's talking about policy, something that Democrats have always been talking about. We're not worried about your culture wars. We're not worried about LGBT. We're not worried about X, Y, and Z. Somebody being Hitler, Nazis, blood of the country is poison. All this goofy shit. We're talking about people stealing elections. An election was stolen and is not legitimate President Biden and X, Y, and Z. We're not talking about that. We're talking about policy. What can you move the country forward with in policy-wise? Now you notice she's talking about policy. Moving the country forward. Putting America first. Sending money to Egypt, Israel, Argentina. All of these things that we as Democrats have been talking about for months. Now she's talking about that. I wonder why she's on the side of the Democrats. Talking about what the Democrats have always been talking about. I wonder why.
But I'm smiling.
You're accusing me.
I am accusing you.
But we don't have to accuse one another.
I want you to respond to what you have done in terms of insulting people, yelling at people. And
she's not going to change that. She's always a piece of shit, right? She's always a piece of shit. She's always going to be a piece of shit. Nobody on the left is probably going to vote for her because we don't feel like she's legitimate. Goofy. Conspiracy theories. Ilhan Omar, attacking Ilhan Omar. Although Ilhan Omar may have a legitimate gripe, I have no idea what Ilhan Omar is bitching about. Have no idea, don't care. She's not my congresswoman. Rashid Tlaib, not my congresswoman, don't care. Right? Congressman, don't care. Okay. Oh, okay. Tlaib, have been critical over Islam, Israel. That's all on them. But she said all of these racist, Islamophobic stereotypes. So she's a piece of shit for doing that. Okay. And you know, she's attacked AOC. She's attacked Jasmine Crockett, although Jasmine Crockett gonna give it back to you. So her and Jasmine Crockett cancel each other out. She know better than getting near Jasmine Crockett. She's just as shitty when she attacks people that won't attack her back. That makes you a shitty human being, right? So this is where she's at. She knows she's been shitty about her attacks.
And then saying,
I'd like for you to respond for that.
I don't.
No, you can respond to that.
I don't insult people.
You do, in the way you question, and you're accusing me right now.
One thing she did want to talk about, Congress's failure to pass spending bills.
Yeah, she figured out that the swamp, all of them were a part of the swamp. She figured that out. We knew they were a part of the swamp. We knew that's what they were. We knew that they only concerned themselves about each other. And so the same thing with Donald Trump. Piece of shit that he is. The piece of shit that he is, we knew he only cared about himself. Because we could tell by the bills, we could tell by the things that he did, that he never concerned himself about the people. So I think she figured that out too. Soon enough. This is what she's saying.
Meaning that she has found it hard to get funds for projects in her district.
It's an utter failure, not just to the people in my district, but every district across the country.
We met Green, 51, in her district in Georgia. Before Congress, she ran her family's construction company, then opened up her own CrossFit gym.
Affordability is a real issue.
President says it's not, says it's a hoax, affordability.
It's one of the top.
Of course he's going to say it's a hoax because he can't say that he's done nothing to bring prices down. Of course he's going to say that. He's a piece of shit, and he's always been a piece of shit. But it is what it is. He is finding that out. Better late than never. But please don't defend the bullshit, because there's no bullshit that needs to be defended.
That constantly denounce anti-Semitism. I've already voted denouncing anti-Semitism many times before. It becomes an exercise that they force on Congress, and I simply got tired of it.
She simply got tired of following the line of the liars that are in Congress, because they all do the same. Let them make a pledge about anti-Semitism. Fuck that. She's saying she ain't signing no pledge about no anti-Semitism anymore. You're not going to hold my feet to the fire about something that I've already said. I don't need to sign anything to say that. You all hit the like, share, and subscribe button, please, and thank you. Hit the like, share, and subscribe button. We do this content every day. I'd appreciate it. I appreciate the like, share, and the subscribe. Okay? I am just a slander show. Wow, hellhound. Wow, hellhound. Just low level on every level.
Is there no value in having the United States Congress reaffirm the fact that they denounce anti-Semitism in the face of a growing issue?
It's not a growing issue. It's a growing issue on you white folks, on some white folks' side, on you Republican side, on you used to be Republican side and all that. It ain't no anti-Semitism on our side. We understand what's going on. You all want to stand behind what Israel doing. Most people who knew what they were doing would not be standing behind them.
Growing problem.
We don't have to get on our knees and say it over and over again when we
Get on our knees.
Yes, we do not have to get on our knees.
Right?
Well, most members of Congress disagree with you.
Well, most members of Congress take donations from AIPAC, and I don't.
AIPAC is...
Then there it is. She don't take money from AIPAC. So she don't have to bow down to AIPAC. AIPAC is that Jewish organization that donates to a whole host of congressmen and senators. And so when somebody pays you $50,000 a year or $100,000 a year, you're going to say what they want you to say. You're going to say what they want you to say. And a lot of senators, because they want money, are going to take whatever comes their way. They're going to take whatever money comes down the pike. Somebody says, I'm going to give you $1 million a year to be out there promoting Jewish causes. You're going to be out there promoting Jewish causes. Somebody says, I want to pay you $50,000 or $100,000 to say X, Y, and Z. You're going to be out there saying X, Y, and Z for $100,000, which is what most senators and congressmen are doing. Marjorie Taylor Greene saying, I ain't doing all that. I ain't taking no money from no AIPAC. That's it.
an American pro-Israel lobbying group. Green's perspective indicates a growing rift within MAGA over support for Israel.
Are you MAGA?
Because MAGA is not America first. MAGA is not America first. Because MAGA stands behind Israel first. According to Marjorie Taylor Greene, she's saying, I'm America first. MAGA is behind Israel, which means that's not America first. Okay? That's what she's saying. She's saying, I'm America first. Rest of y'all, MAGA, y'all behind Israel first. Because you ain't America first. Right here.
I am America first.
And that's not the same as MAGA.
MAGA is President Trump's phrase. That's his political policies. I call myself America first.
But you're not saying you're MAGA. That's
I'm
all.
America first. Yep.
So what she's saying is MAGA is not America first, but she is. It is what it is. She said, I ain't doing it. Enthusiastically, she's standing behind the president. Enthusiastically. Okay.
Excuse my language, Leslie, kissing his ass and decided to put on a MAGA hat
Hold
for the
on,
first
hold
time.
on.
I watched many of my colleagues.
Listen.
I think they're terrified to step out of line and get a nasty Truth Social post on them. Yes.
Right.
And they're watching what happened to you.
Yes.
Behind the scenes, do they talk?
Behind the scenes, we know, they know, everybody knows they know he's a piece of shit. They know he's a piece of shit. It just is what it is. They know. All of them know. You can't tell me they don't see what we see. They see what we see. They know. They all know.
Differently?
Yes.
How?
Oh, it would shock people.
Well, let's shock people.
Okay. I watched many of my colleagues go from making fun of him.
Y'all hit the like button, please, and thank you. Hit the like button. We have content like this every day. We have content, daily events, world events, president, presser, all of these things. We have all of these kind of events that happen every day, and we try to do content on it. Please and thank you. I appreciate the like, share, and subscribe. Please and thank you.
Making fun of how he talks, making fun of me constantly for supporting him, to when he won the primary in 2024, they all started, excuse my language, Leslie, kissing his ass and decided to put on a MAGA hat for the first time. And let's break it down real simple.
So she's saying a lot of people in our Congress really don't like Donald Trump. So that's why we have 20 plus people quitting the Republican Party next year. Somehow, some way, they're quitting for some reason. 20, at least 20, minimum 20. Okay. Please and thank you. Hit the like button. Please and thank you. Please and thank you. I appreciate it. We bring content like this every day. These are not my opinions. These are things that I am presenting. I appreciate the like or the share, because sometimes we just have to talk about what's going on. I'm not saying that Marjorie Taylor Greene is evil. I'm not saying it. She's just like every other ordinary human being. She is seeing the light. She is seeing something behind the curtain that says Donald Trump is not all that he's cracked up to be. She said it herself. She said, when I called him and I told him that they were threatening my son, when I called Donald Trump and told Donald Trump that people were threatening my son because of what he said, Donald Trump said something shitty to her. He said something very shitty to her. I wonder what it is. Go fly, go fuck yourself. He said something to her. And this made her resolve to quit even more steadfast. So this is what it is with her. She's saying the people behind the scenes don't like him. They're just waiting for him to kick the bucket, get out, do whatever. They're just waiting. They got champagne bottles waiting, everything. All of this could have been prevented. All of this could have been prevented because of, who was it? Mitch McConnell would have did his job. If Mitch McConnell would have done his job by impeaching this president the first time, when it was fairly obvious that he needed to be impeached, we would not be in the situation that we are in right now. Okay? We would not be here because we would have gotten rid of this president in his first term. Because he fucked up in his first term 2 times to be impeached. 2 times. They impeached him within his term, and then they impeached him after he got done with his term. 2 times he did stuff. This piece of shit did something 2 times in order to be impeached. 2 times. Not once, but twice. But that's wild. The first grounds of impeachment, the first time he got impeached was because he made a phone call to Zelensky, the current president in Ukraine. And he threatened him, told him, I will withdraw all of my money, all of the United States money. I will take all of that money back if you do not give me dirt on Biden and his son. That's what got him impeached the first time. Shut your ass up, Tommy Cox. I know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. Georgia Thier, I know exactly what I'm talking about. You're a zombie. If you haven't read, you're a zombie. That's why he got impeached the first time. Second time, he got impeached because he incited an insurrection. That's why he got impeached the second time. First time was the phone call to Zelensky. Second time was inciting a riot. I don't need to explain that. You know how to look up shit. Y'all know how to look up shit. You just dumb because you don't want to look up shit. I can't help it. You don't know how to look shit up. I can't help it.
Simple. This past week, when we saw Green at a public hearing in her district,
he got impeached twice, goofy. He got impeached twice, goofy. Twice. You only get impeached in the House, goofy. You only get impeached in the House. You have to be convicted in the Senate. 2 different things, goofy. 2 different things.
without a MAGA hat. It didn't appear that her break from President Trump and MAGA has cost her popularity.
Yeah, because you got people standing behind this pedophile president, piece of shit. And instead of supporting her, because she was a loyal soldier, instead of supporting her, they're supporting the grifter who wants to take their money. Instead of supporting her, and I am not a supporter of hers, but she's right. She got off the MAGA train because MAGA doesn't believe in America first. She does. So she does. So she is the one that you all should have followed instead of following this president down this weird path that she wants to take you. Okay. Yes. I understand. Kenneth Caldwell, I understand impeachment. It's these MAGA goofies that don't understand what impeachment means. Impeachment only happens in the House. Impeachment doesn't happen in the Senate. He was impeached twice. First, because he made that phone call to Zelensky. And second, because he incited a riot against the American government. That's why he was impeached 2 times. And if he lives long enough, put the head to the God. If he lives long enough, he'll be impeached again. So let it play.
Popularity. True change of heart, or is it kind of a shrewd political calculation?
She asks her if she is going to run for another office. Is she going to run for another office?
A lot of people think you're doing it and that you, in a year or so, are going to run for some other office.
I have zero plans, zero desire to run for president. I would hate the Senate. I'm not running for governor. But Leslie, it doesn't matter how many times I say it. I'll have face-to-face conversations with people, and I'll flat out tell them to their face, and they won't believe me.
She has no reason whatsoever to run. She has enough money where she can live the rest of her life without running. So she says she's not running for anything. She's not running for the Senate, the House, a mayor. She's not running for a damn thing. And we thank God, because her brand of bullshit we do not need. Right? We do not need her brand of bullshit. But this is what our president, our lovely, lovely president, our president that puts America first, this is what he said. This is what he said, Truth Social, last night about Marjorie Taylor Greene. What'd he say? The only reason Marjorie Taylor Brown, Marjorie Traitor Brown Greene turns brown under stress, went bad, is that she was jilted by the President of the United States. Certainly not the first time she has been jilted, meaning somebody has rejected her before, right? Too much work, not enough time, and her ideas are now really bad. She sort of reminds me of a rotten apple. Marjorie is not America First or MAGA because nobody could have changed her views so fast, and her new views are those of a very dumb person. Wow. All of those run-on sentences just to say she is not America First. She says she's America First. She says she's not MAGA. So if she's America First, which is not MAGA, that means MAGA is not America First, because the president, that's the president's thing. Okay? That's the president's thing. Okay? Marjorie is not America First or MAGA because nobody could have changed her views so fast. And her new views are those of a dumb person. What changed her mind between now and May? No, between last November and May. What changed her mind? What happened? Something happened. She saw the man behind the curtain. She saw the man behind the curtain. So when she saw the man behind the curtain, she was like, oh no, you ain't America First. She ran off the list. She said, he's bombing this. He's doing that. He's doing the big, beautiful bill. He's not giving people health care. She said, he's not America First. Donald Trump is not America First, but I am. So I can't support him. This is what she said. Her views of that of a dumb person. That was proven last night when washed up Trump-hating 60-minute correspondent Leslie Stahl, who still owes me an apology from when she attacked me on the show with serious conviction that Hunter Biden's laptop from hell was produced by Russia. Don't y'all realize that this president brings out this old bullshit every time he wants to get support? Every time he wants somebody to support him in his bullshit, he brings up all this old shit. Y'all don't recognize the manipulation? Apparently y'all don't recognize it. Because everything that y'all got in everything in the goofy mind of the MAGA crowd, he put in this social post. Black folk don't like Somalis. Biden's laptop, Hunter's laptop, Russia. He got all of that shit in this post. And all of you goofy goofies don't understand that he's using he's using the best manipulation tactic. Let's say all the shit that the MAGA don't like so they can come over on my side. Yeah, let me say Russia. Let me say what is it? crazy media or mainstream media. Let me say Hunter Biden's laptop. Let me say Leslie Stahl. Let me say Russia. Let me say all the things that'll get them riled up. Let me get them riled up so they'll be on my side again. Leslie Stahl interviewed a very poorly prepared traitor who in her confusion made many really stupid statements. My real problem with the show, however, wasn't the low IQ traitor. It was the new ownership of 60 Minutes. Paramount would allow a show like this to air. They are no better than the old ownership who just paid me millions of dollars for fake reporting about your favorite president, me. You're not our favorite president. My favorite president and the best president by far over you is Barack Obama. Head and shoulders over you, never to be touched by you. You can't lick his boots. I digress. Since they bought it, 60 Minutes has actually gone worse. They have gotten worse. Oh well, far worse things can happen. I understand, famous. I'm right there with you. Far worse things can happen. P.S. I hereby demand a complete and total apology, though far too late to be meaningful, from Leslie Stahl. And 60 Minutes for her incorrect and libelous statements about Hunter Biden's laptop. Why would you need to bring up Hunter Biden's laptop? I don't understand. I understand. You didn't need to bring all of that up. You brought all of that up because you wanted to rile up the goofy, medicated base. Barack Obama, Donald Trump can't ever touch Barack Obama's shoes. And don't even think about that twice. He can't ever touch Barack Obama's shoes. He never will. Trash has never, ever gonna touch that classy man. Never can that man be touched. Nothing. We ain't even gonna dispute. We ain't never gonna have no argument about that. I can tell you a million things that Barack Obama has done compared to that freaking president. That president has done nothing. And I really need to know this. Put in the chat what this president has done for you. You make between $30,000 and $150,000. I need to know what this president did for you. We need to know. We want to know. Please hit the like button, the share button, the subscribe button. I appreciate it. If you like to hear content like this, well, of course we're programmed, Tommy. Of course, but you're not. Right, Tommy? You're not programmed, but we are. Well, you are, but that's the goofy part. We programmed, but you ain't. You follow behind a 30-count felon. Somebody who said grab him by the pussy. Somebody who tore down the White House to put a big, beautiful ball in there and nobody wanted it. Somebody who passed a big, beautiful bill that does nothing for working class Americans. Somebody who went to court 3 times to stop people from getting food stamps, yet and still he sent $40 billion to Argentina. Somebody who sends money to Israel every year, but he can't fund health care for the American people. Richest country in the world, but you can't afford health care. Shut your damn ass up about what good a president he is. He don't give a damn about regular working class Americans, Tommy. Not one damn thing about working class Americans when he has done those things. I just ran off those things. And he's a piece of shit because he hasn't done that. That's wild. Yeah, that's why. That's why, Jennifer Crockett, you be the zombie that you want to be. I can't help it. But the country is changing and the country is going. Hopefully the country goes in the right direction come 2026 because we need this country. It's going to take years for this country to get back on track the way it should have been. Biden was getting it back on track from this piece of shit president. But unfortunately, We have people who have apathy. We have people who have apathy for the political process. And these are the people that got us into this hot water right now. These are the people that got us in this shithole right now. Prices are up, gas is up, food is up, rent is up, car notes are up, loans are up. Ain't nobody giving us nothing. But yet and still we got the goofies in the chat talking about it's the best economy ever. Ever. He's done the best ever. He ain't did shit for y'all. He ain't did shit for y'all. I can't nobody say it no more than that. Can't nobody say it no more than that. We not even gonna argue about what this president has and has not done. He hasn't done anything for the American people. We haven't seen it yet. I still haven't seen anybody put anything in the chat that says this president cares about what they care about. Nobody. I haven't seen one person put anything in the chat. I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting to hear what he did for somebody who makes X, Y, and Z. I am still waiting for that. Okay? Because they can't. You can't. There's nothing to say about that. The whole government shut down. Yeah, the shitty president went to court not to pay food stamps for his poor people. And yet and still, he sent $40 billion over to Afghanistan. How is that America first? Somebody explain to me how that's America first. How you gonna send $40 billion over to Argentina, but don't want to feed the people in your country? How is that America first? How is that America first? Nah. Food stamps ain't corrupt. How is that America first? You send money over to Argentina, but you denied people getting food stamps. How is it that that's America first? We know what he did in the form of a loan. So why did he do that and did not support the people here in the United States? How did he do that? We don't give a fuck about who did the damn shutdown. We don't care whether they did the damn shutdown. He went to court 3 times to stop from giving people food stamps, which meant he wasn't giving anybody food stamps anyway. He didn't want to. And now we got people about to run out of their health care. Because wait a minute, hold on. Didn't the Republicans stop the health care? Didn't they cut people off of health care come May? Didn't they cut people? Ain't that why? Wait a minute, hold on. Marjorie Taylor Greene got pissed off in May. That's right. Because her party started to cut people off of health care. And the health care started to affect her family. That's why. Because she said she figured it out. Donald Trump didn't give a shit about the American people. Wow. Donald Trump didn't give a shit about the American people. Wow. And she figured it out in May. And that's when she started to criticize the president. That's when she started to criticize the president. Wow. Okay. Some of this shit's starting to make sense. That's why. Because she saw behind the curtain. Okay. Right. Becca, you know everything. But yet and still, you just jumped your ass into a live and started calling names instead of checking me. I need people to come with the facts. Don't say I don't know what I'm talking about, because I know exactly what I'm talking about. Don't say I don't know. Your president has not done anything for the American people. Not one thing. Please put in the chat what he has done for the person who makes between 30 and 150K. Please put it in the chat. That's all we want to know. We don't want to know none of what you care. Stop whining about Democrats is slow. Stop whining about the host is slow and dumb. Stop whining about that. Just put in the chat so we can check it out what this president did for people between 30,000 and 150. So we can figure it out. That's right. Facts aren't insults. We need to have the facts. We don't need to have the insults. The host is dumb. I'm dumb as hell. You need to inform me. Please put it in the chat what this president has done for you. I'll wait. Since the host is so dumb, the host don't know what she's talking about. I'm saying to you, this president has done nothing for you since he's been in office this year, except only thing he's done is give money to the rich people. Took all the money out of the goddamn economy and gave the money to the rich people. That's all he's done. He gave the money to the rich people. That's all he's done. He gave the money to the rich people. He ain't closed no damn border. Ain't no border been closed. Ain't no border been closed. Ain't been closed. That's some shit they tell you. It ain't closed. What has he done for you personally that you would be voting for him, or you would sit here and cape for a rich man that took your money and gave it to other rich men? That's what happened. A rich scammer, because he's a piece of shit, a rich motherfucker gave your money to other rich men. And you ain't got nothing to show for it. You just got a wet ass. You just got a wet ass. You just got a wet ass. That's all you got. Because I don't see anything about what he gave to regular, ordinary, everyday Americans. I ain't seen nothing. He ain't lowered no gas prices. He ain't put no moratorium on rent. He ain't told the feds to lower the interest rate on buying cars. He ain't lowered the interest rate on buying a house. He ain't made sure food went down. He ain't gave no $2,000 check. Yeah, where's my $2,000 check at, y'all? Where my Doge money at, y'all? Ain't gave you no $5,000 Doge money. Ain't get the food going up, gas staying the same. Inflation is going up. What in the hell did he do for you? That's all I'm asking. I ain't asking nothing else. Y'all smart enough. Y'all smart enough to figure this shit out. Y'all smart enough to figure this shit out. But see, apparently you're not, because you take these posts that this president puts out here and what he says. Marjorie Taylor ain't no good. She's a traitor. And then y'all fall for it. When she has been his most staunch supporter. And yet and still, now y'all turn on her, which means y'all don't stand for nothing. Which means you don't stand for nothing. His most ardent supporter, he turned on her because she asked him to release the Epstein files. He turned on her, and you all supported him. You turned your backs on her because she said he's not putting America first. And when she said he's not putting America first, y'all turn y'all back on her. Yes, it is what he did. That's what he did. He turned his back on her because she asked him to release the Epstein files. Piece of shit that he is. Went to court to not give people food stamps, to not feed the people in his country. He went to court 3 times, but yet and still it was no big deal to loan 40 billion or give 40 billion to Argentina. No problem. Hey, foreign man. Hey, Argentina, I give you $40 billion. These dumb motherfuckers here in this United States don't give a fuck. They don't care. I'm not even going to give poor people no food stamp, but I'm going to give you 40 billion. But yet I'm America first. I'm America first. But you can have 40 billion. But these motherfucking poor motherfuckers, I'm going to go to court. I'm going to make sure they don't get no money. They Americans, I'm going to put you first. Don't you worry about it. I'm going to put you first, Argentina. Put you first. These poor motherfuckers don't get no money. You first. And that's the whole fucking point. The whole fucking point. We have this content every day, you all. We will be back later on with more content. This was just a rant about Marjorie Taylor Greene and how she's being done wrong by the whole MAGA movement. How she's being done wrong because she just spoke the truth. She saw behind the curtain, and she saw that the man behind the curtain was a piece of shit, and that's all he's ever been. And he never put America first. And she saw that. She would be in a position to see that he did not put America first. She would be in a position to know that. And she saw it and said, oh, hell no. He don't give a damn about us. He don't put America first. And I'm going to take her at her word. I'm going to take her at her word. Because she would know. His most ardent supporter said he don't give a damn about America first. And I'm going to believe her. It is what it is. You all hit the like, share, and subscribe. We have content like this every day. I appreciate it. I will see you later on. We'll probably come back with some more. Caroline, that lying piece of shit, Caroline Levitt, might say something crazy and outrageous. Like she do every day. Like she do every day. But then again, we never know what kind of news will hit us before 8 o'clock tonight. I will see you back then. Please like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you.